Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. Most of us are indoctrinated from an early age to have a bad opinion about money. We have all heard of the expression, money is the root of all evil. These memories and experiences are defining for us when we become adults, because they are imprinted in our subconscious. If, when you talk about money, for example $10,000, you start to have various physical symptoms of anxiety, know that memories and parts of your subconscious are brought to the surface. We haven't all had the privilege of having rich parents who can teach us not to be afraid of money. If you look around you, for example, family, friends, you will not see many wealthy people. There may be some examples of them that had impressive sums of money, but over the years they lost them. If you want to get rich, think of wealth as playing the guitar. If you don't practice, you forget, and you lose your skills and knowledge. It's the same with money. If you don't document yourself, read, and think constantly how to multiply your income. Do not have expectations to become rich, or in case you have money, to stay rich. A study was done with a group of participants who won the lottery. Over 90% of them lost their wealth in the next 3 years. Amounts of money, without real training, can drive a person even crazier than they once were. It's like someone puts you in the cockpit of a fighter jet. It's thrilling and extraordinary, just like money. But when you start without training, what do you think are your chances to have a unique experience, and not to crash the plane? Extremely small to zero. So, don't forget the knowledge, it's even more important than the money itself. With the right education, you start managing small amounts of money. After that, you increase the stakes, and you learn from mistakes. It's a slow process. But when you reach the top, the chances of you coming down become insignificant. To someone who started straight from the top, who fell straight into the head. We have all heard, or even seen people who inherited impressive sums of money, and in a short time they became indebted. The key to wealth is to constantly learn about money. We return to the $10,000. If $10,000 seems like a lot of money to you, know that it's not necessarily true. It can be a fortune for you, but for someone like Bill Gates, it's a tiny amount. It seems like a lot of money to you, because you have the emotional attachment on them. And here comes the first lesson. Do not get emotionally attached to money. Try not to think of them as many, or few anymore, but review this image in your head. Money is actually energy. Give your energy to your boss, to carry out his plan, and in return, he gives you back the same thing, energy. You give it in the form of work, he gives it in the form of money. The more quality energy you provide, the more you will get back. The author has had countless attempts to get rich. He had become indebted and nothing was going well. No business worked out for him, and he had to declare bankruptcy. He had moved back with his parents, and they all considered him a failure. Until an uncle of his visited him and talked to him. He told him that he had done 90% of his business well, only that he lacked the remaining 10% to be profitable. That 10% had nothing to do with them, but rather with him. With him and his mentality. He had a poor mentality, as he describes it, inherited from his parents. From the time he was born, until the time of the meeting, he heard only pessimistic expressions, dramas, and fear, when it came to money. From his parents. These experiences took root in his brain, and they began to come to life with his help. Every time he had an opportunity to do something new and different, which could have taken him to the next level with the business, he thrown it away, and missed it. He realized that he never took any risks. That's why he remained conservative in the idea of not losing money. But then, he realized that because of this, he had always gone bankrupt. He was afraid of money. When he reached to this conclusion, he decided to make major changes in his life. He swore that he would never be afraid of money ever again, and he would look at them objectively, without emotional attachment. After many hours of therapy, with a psychologist, and different trainees, he opens a new business, this time with a different mentality. And almost miraculously, the business grown and was successful, after which, he sold it for a sum of millions of dollars. Since then, he has become a teacher for those who go through problems with poor mentality. As the title of the book says, the secret to financial success is first and foremost, not to be afraid of money. This is the most important brick of the foundation of rich people. This stage is followed by things like books, seminars, courses, and in the end, the execution of the business strategy. The book ends with another lesson, namely, lesson number 2. Make big plans. He advises us to think about what we really want, on the financial side, and to multiply that something, by 10, or even 100. You have no reason to think on a small scale. If instead, you decide to create great plans, at your true capacity, do not be scared if you do not get where you wanted. Even if it does not work out for you exactly as you wished, anyway, you are higher than those who see life with blinders on. Millionaires like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett dream of things we can't even imagine. And after all, why shouldn't we dream like them? They are humans, exactly like us. These are just dreams. That's it. Follow yours now. If you liked this video, don't forget to give a thumb up, hit the subscribe button, to see other similar videos in the future.